Today in our 2019 Kia Sorento, we're going to take a look at and also show you how to install the etrailer.com custom fit class 3 trailer hitch receiver. This offers the matte black finish and a 2" by 2" receiver tube opening. Now here's what your hitch is going to look like installed. As you can see, you're going to have a tube that comes across here to your receiver tube opening and a shorter tube on this side. This helps it to go up and over our exhaust so we don't have any interference issues. This is a class 3 hitch. Gives us a 2" by 2" receiver tube opening. It's an extremely versatile hitch. Just about any type of hitch accessory that they make is likely to come in a class 3 variety. You're going to secure those in place using this 5/8 diameter pinhole you can see here on the side. That passes all the way through, and there's a good amount of room around there. So whether you're just going to use a standard pin and clip or you want to upgrade to a locking hitch pin or anti-rattle device, should have plenty of room to get that in place. Safety chain connection points, you can see they're plate style. Nice large opening here. Should get any type chain connected that we really want. The biggest difference you're going to see with the eTrailer hitch versus other hitches available for the Sorento is going to be in the finish itself. As you can see, we've used an upgraded finish on our hitch. It provides it with more of a matte texture. It blends in really nicely with the back of the vehicle with the trim panel back here. With other hitches, you're going to see a higher gloss finish. Sometimes those can stand out. We've also found that this finish is more resilient to the scratches and dings that we often see on hitches. Now, as far as weight ratings are concerned, the hitch is going to give us a 750-pound tongue weight rating, so that's the maximum downward force we can put at our receiver tube opening, and we have a 5,000-pound gross trailer weight rating. It's going to be the total weight of our trailer and anything that we load up on it. The Kia, though, you do want to check the owner's manual on it to see what its tow rating is and be sure not to exceed that. And also, unlike the Curt hitch, with the eTrailer hitch, we don't have to use a stabilization strap. Now, a couple measurements you'll find helpful when it comes time to select ball mounts, bike racks, and hitch cargo carriers will be from the ground to the inside top edge of a receiver tube opening. We've got about 13 inches. Then from the center of our hitch pinhole to the outermost edge of our bumper, it's about 4.5. With that inside top edge of the receiver tube opening being at 13 inches, I think it would be a good idea to choose items with a raise in the shank just to give you better ground clearance. Now, to begin the install side, you need to get your spare tire lowered down. We're just going to remove ours completely. We'll put it back up after we have our hitch in place. We're going to use either our tools in the trunk here, or we can use a 21mm socket. It's a little quicker if we use a socket. We also want a flat blade screwdriver. We'll open up this back hatch area, and right down here, we want to remove this cap. That will give us access to the nut. We need to loosen that up and allow our spare tire to be lowered down. The next step we need to take care of is getting our cover lowered. There's a little panel here. We've got 3 push pin fasteners, 1, 2, and 3. We want to remove those. We'll use a flat blade screwdriver. Then we'll use a 14mm socket with an extension. You can see this pocket here and the one here. We've got 2 nuts up there we want to loosen up. And we'll pull that down and set it aside for now. The next step we need to do is get our exhaust lowered down. Now there's going to be 3 hangers. We've got one located right here at the back. There's going to be one caddy corner from that, kind of tucked up in here just beside your rear passenger side wheel. And then if we come back towards the center of the vehicle, follow our exhaust pipe forward, we'll find another one right here. Now I like to use a little bit of spray lubricant on these just to make everything come apart a little bit easier. And then you can use a big screwdriver or a pry bar. Just kind of come in from the back, apply pressure, and you can get them to pop off there. Now on each side, you're going to have a rubber plug in the frame rail. We want to pull that out. We're not going to reuse them, so we can return them to our customer and just hang on to them. Now with the help of an extra set of hands, we're going to get our hitch lifted up and into position. We're going to be using the M10 bolts. Got a conical tooth washer on those. You want those teeth to be facing up. And we're going to align the holes in the bottom side of our hitch with those holes in the bottom of the frame rail. See our bolt's going to go through there. We want to get that threaded into that hole right above it. Once you get 4 or 5 good turns on it, you can let it rest there. That'll allow us to get our other one started. Now on the driver's side, we just have one to get put in place, and it's going to go in this rearmost hole only. Now on the driver's side, we want to use our 1/2-inch carriage bolts. Those are going to go through the side plates of our hitch, and they come out on the inside of our frame rail there, just like that. On the other side, we're going to go from the inside out with our 7/16" carriage bolts. Now on each one of those carriage bolts, we want to place an appropriately sized flange nut. 7/16 on the passenger, 1/2 inch on the driver. Now we'll run through and snug everything down. For our 1/2 inch flange nuts, we want to use a 19mm or a 3/4. For our smaller M10s here, we're going to use a 17. And on those 7/16" carriage bolts, you'll want an 11/16. Now we want to go through and torque down each of our fasteners to the specifications listed in the instructions. Now with everything torqued down, our hitch is installed. We're going to replace our panel here. For these nuts on top, we had to loosen them up with a socket, but when we go back in, we can just push them up into place. Then we can put our push pin fasteners back in. Now we'll get that exhaust put back up. Now doing this, we should be able to just do it by hand. You can always use a little bit more spray lubricant if you need to. But we took 3 off, so we want to get 3 put back on. Now we'll put our spare tire back in, and our hitch is going to be ready for use. And that'll complete our installation of the etrailer.com custom fit Class 3 trailer hitch receiver on our 2019 Kia Sorento.